Mayor Marina is here in Hypixel Skyblock, so now is the perfect time to go for Fishing 50. This grind is insanely easy and does not require a hype or other high budget items like some people think. So today, I will be showing you two different ways to get Fishing 50, one for low budget people and one for people with a higher budget. With both of these methods, Fishing 50 will take between 20 and 30 hours, so it's definitely possible to do the whole grind during Marina. Without further ado, let's get on to the guide. The process to get from fishing 0 up to about fishing 35 or 36 is going to be the same no matter what your budget is. For fishing 0 to 19, we're going to be using the Coral NPC, and then from 19 to 36, we're going to be using Stridersurfers. So let's go and show you how we can use the Coral NPC to get fishing 19 in a matter of minutes. If we come to the fishing guide section of my Discord server, you'll see that we already have a guide for fishing 0 to 19, as you can see right here. Step 1 is you're going to need around 10 to 15 million coins, and we're going to buy some items which are really good in getting some early game fishing XP. So with these coins that you're going to accrue using an early game moneymaker method, you're going to want to buy a bunch of fish. This is because they can be donated to Coral. If we head over to Galatea, we are at the spawn of Galatea right now, you're going to want to come and take this path that I'm currently taking. Come past all these houses, turn right, and you're going to see this red little house down here. Here you will be able to find Coral, and she's going to allow you to donate some fish. Again, you're going to want to donate all of the fish from the list here. You're going to want to buy them from the auction house, and they'll cost a few 100,000 coins each. In total, this will give you 205,000 fishing XP, which will get you over half of the way to fishing 19 already. After this, we still need a further 120,000 fishing XP. And for this, we're going to use the can of worms. The can of worms is a consumable item, costing about 30,000 coins per unit. It has a chance of giving you some fishing bait, which is kind of useless, or alternatively some fishing XP, which in this case is very useful. If we buy some just as an example, you can see if I spam click these on the ground, in the bottom left you can see I'm getting a mixture of bait as well as also fishing XP. And the fishing XP will help you get to fishing 19. As you can see in this guide, each can of worms is going to give you an average of 428 fishing XP. This means that in total we need 280 cans of worms. So this will cost you about 6.7 million coins in total. Please do bear in mind that you may not need to buy as many cans of worms as this depending on how much fishing XP you had before starting step 1. I'd recommend just buy one stack at a time and then just keep on going until you reach fishing 19. In terms of gear for this method, I'm not going to deliberate and go over every single little upgrade you can get, as I'd be here for 10 plus minutes. Instead, I've put it into a short and easy Discord guide, just like we had for fishing 0 to 19. So you can see here your fishing armor progression, your fishing rod progression, your fishing equipment progression, your pet progression, the necessary attributes for this method, as well as also other useful items and accessories. Underneath each section, you also have what modifiers to get. For example, for pets, it talks about pet items. For your rod, it talks about your reforges, enchants, etc. Similar for the armor. So again, join the Discord if you haven't already, and you'll be able to find this guide. Alternatively, just pause it on screen now, and you can see it just like that. The important ones, if you've just hit fishing 19, are the topaz rod if you're Heart of Mountain 5 and starter lava rod if you don't have Heart of Mountain 5. You're going to want to get a set of sponge armor, a set of 3/4 snowy itch-seek equipment as well as a backwater necklace, a level 100 squid, an auto pet rules 2-pack, and a legendary ammonite with washed up souvenir. As well as also you're going to want to buy all of the necessary attributes and if you can, all of these things in the other useful items and accessories section. Particularly the glowy mush mix-in is necessary, as well as also as many enrichments as you can get. So you are now geared up and it's time to actually get fishing. We're going to be fishing on Galatea and we're going to be fishing up Stridersurfers. For your weapon when killing Striders, since they only take damage from axes, you're going to need a thick stone splitter. To increase your damage, you can apply hot potato and fuming potato books, as well as also the wood splitter 6 enchant, and if you're really desperate for damage, a fighting booster. Once you reach fishing 24, you can also use a soul whip. This will allow you to kill all of the Stridersurfers at once, all together. We'll get on to more about that in a minute. Let's go back to Galatea, and here is where you're going to want to go to do this method. You're going to want to follow the route that I'm taking. Turn left past the fusion flipper, come over this tree, and teleport over to just behind this beacon. And here you're going to find a nice little pool of lava. Before we start, here are my fishing stats and setup. I of course have the thick stone splitter as my weapon, my topaz rod to fish up stuff, my shark scale armor, my backwater necklace, my 3/4 itch-seek equipment, my ammonite, my squid pet, my auto pet rules. I'm using fish bait to make sure I get 300 fishing speed, and here are the attributes which I am using. In total, this equates to 257 fishing speed. Of course, with the fish bait, this goes to 300. I also have 68 sea creature chance, which is a little bit low, but I don't have many enrichments. Yours will be higher if you have higher magical power and more enrichments. And I also have 52 fishing wisdom. Of course, with the squid pet, this increases to 82. Give me effectively 82% more fishing XP on sea creature kills. Now you're ready to start fishing. Make sure that you're standing a few blocks back to make sure the Stridersurfers don't hit you when they do spawn in. So you can see, standing a reasonable distance, about 2 blocks away, this Stridersurfer is not hitting me. If I stand too close though, it's going to start hitting me. So make sure you're standing at least a few blocks back, then just cast your rod again and keep on going. The sea creature cap here is 30 sea creatures, so you can go for a pretty long time before you hit this cap. So just make sure you count up until you get 30 sea creatures, and then you can kill them. Each Stridersurfer gives a base 800 fishing XP, which is then of course scaled by your fishing wisdom. So this method is incredible for fishing XP, no matter what game stage you are. So once you have a large group of them, just like this, you're going to want to take your soul whip or flaming flay, as well as also your fixed zone splitter. Then you're going to want to use your soul whip ability, then instantly swap to your fixed zone splitter. Stand on this block here, then simply use your ability, and bang, they'll all die just like that. Sometimes you get 1 or 2 stragglers, you can just kill them off afterwards. Then once you've killed the mobs, you just simply repeat the process and keep on going. It really is that simple. This is quite repetitive, but when you're getting fishing levels this quickly, you really can't complain. Each kill is going to give me about 1,500 fishing XP once we account for our fishing wisdom, which is absolutely ridiculous. Let's now go and show you my custom Discord bot, which will walk you through how to see how much XP per hour, how much profit per hour, and how long it will take you to get fishing 50. Here we are then on the Discord, and we can see the fishing bot info channel, which is going to tell us a quick summary of how to use the fishing bot in game. First of all, your account must be verified. And don't worry, this isn't a rat, this isn't some kind of elaborate scam, it's just to check that you're subscribed to me on YouTube. As I think it's a fair price. If I spent over 10 hours making these bots, if you literally spend 3 seconds clicking a button, I think that's a fair trade. Of course, the pushing for YouTube rank and every single one of you is greatly appreciated. And this bot is a really cool feature. I would highly recommend that you do try and use it. So you're going to want to make sure you link your YouTube account here, which will show that you're subscribed to me, and then you'll be able to use all of the bot features permanently, just like that. This also applies to the old hunting bot for anyone who's been struggling to use that. If you haven't verified, you won't be able to use it. Going back to the fishing bot info channel, you're going to see stuff about calculating your fishing rates. First of all, you're going to want to run /update stats, and you're going to want to input the necessary fishing stats that it asks for. So let's go to the commands channel. So let's run /update stats just like so. Input your fishing speed, for us that's 300. Our sea creature chance, for us that's 68. Our wisdom was 82. Our double hook chance was 0, as we did not have the burnt text pet items. During Marina though, this may be higher. Quick bite level is going to be 0, that's an enchant on the fishing rod and we did not have that. And our flash level, also the ultimate enchant for the rod, we also had that as 0. So let's update our stats just like so. We can then run /calculate fishing XP, and this will show us our estimated XP per hour. With our stats at just fishing 24, we get over 1 million fishing XP per hour, which is pretty damn ridiculous. If we want to see how long it will take to get to fishing 27, and then unlock some new fishing gear and therefore increase our rates, we can then do /time until fishing 50, and let's put our current level of level 24. Here you'll see it's only going to take us about 1 hour in order to get level 27. And if you were to keep the same setup, about 2 days in order to get level 50. But obviously in practice it's less than that, because obviously you're going to be upgrading your setup as you get more levels. One we're worried about is level 27, which takes 1 hour, and then you can go back to the fishing gear progression guide, and you'll see at level 27 you unlock the first piece of the lava hunter armor. You unlock the magma rod, which will both give you decent upgrades to your rates. At fishing 30 you unlock the inferno rod, at 35 you get the hellfire rod, at 36 you get the thunder armor, etc, you get the point. The higher you level up, the more gear you will unlock and the better your rates will be. Let's say at fishing 36, at which point getting max stats is very much possible, because of course you have the hellfire rod, the thunder armor, and probably a bit more magical power by now as well. So let's run /update stats again, and let's put in max stats. So 300 fishing speed, 100 sea creature chance, 82 fishing wisdom, 5 double hook chance, level 5 with a quick bite enchant, and level 5 of the flash enchant. Then again, if we run /calculate fishing XP, this time we're going to be getting over 2 million XP per hour, which is literally crazy considering how early game this method can be. Then if we again run /time until fishing 50, and let's say we're fishing 36 by now, this will instead show our time to get level 45, about 9 hours to unlock Magma Lord, and then to get to level 50, about 16 hours in total from level 36. So all in all, this command can be very useful in showing your estimated time until fishing 50 to help you plan out your time effectively. All in all, an incredibly useful bot. If you haven't joined the Discord already, then what the hell are you doing? Once you are fishing 36, you also have the option of going and fishing on the Crimson Isle, which if you have a Hyperion will be better for XP per hour. By this point you should have a Hellfire Rod, a Hyperion, Thunder Armor, as well as 3/4 Skill Splash and the Thunderbolt Necklace. Of course, I'm wearing my Magma Lord since I don't own a such Thunder, and I'm not going to be buying one just for this video. In terms of choosing where to fish, you're going to want to fish pretty much anywhere where there's a ledge for mobs to pull down into. Unfortunately, the secrets cap on the Crimson Isle is only 5, so you're going to have to kill your creatures more often, which leads to lower kills per hour. But you get a lot more XP per kill, so it is worth fishing here after 36. So you're going to want to start fishing until you have 5 sea creatures down at the bottom. Go down, kill the sea creatures, go back up, repeat the process. It really is that simple. You will of course be able to catch a thunder creature, which will give you a ridiculous amount of XP. There you see 22,000 XP just from that one sea creature, which is crazy. Of course, you will also unlock the Lord Jorba's sea creature once you get to fishing 45, as well as the Magma Lord Armor and Magma Lord Gauntlet, both of which you should be buying. You unlock the Flaming Flay at level 47, at which point you can also fish in hotspots for the Ragnarok sea creature. Fishing in the Crimson Isle is definitely better for XP, but again only if you have a Hyperion. So if you want to stick to Stridersurfers and stay on a low budget, that is also absolutely fine. So that's going to conclude today's Fishing 50 guide. If you want to see me go over some fishing moneymaker methods, then get this video to 500 likes. Also comment below which methods you want me to try. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.